So so Nipsey Hussle gets murdered, and lots of people are going straight for the conspiracy angle of it, of course, because that's what hip hop does, and that's great. That's absolutely fine. And obviously you got Dr. Sebi or Sebi or Sebi, whoever this guy is. As far as I'm aware, he is a Honduran holistic. He is a Honduran practice of holistic medicine, a herbalist. Has celebrity clients. Now the thing is, because they have all these celebrity clients, a lot of these people, a lot of these celebrities are just into wacky shit because they're completely gone in the head. They're gone. They're totally like, look at Jussie Smollett. He's like, boo, he's an outer space man. They got more money than sense. They're just like, celebrities aren't greatest people. A lot of celebrities aren't the greatest people to endorse stuff. His clients have included, I think John Travolta is one of them, but he's a Scientologist. So, Lisa Left Eye Lopez, she set fire to her boyfriend's house. Come on, you're not dealing with. Do you know what I'm saying? But look, so it's all about Dr. Sebi, and because Nipsey Hussle was going to make a documentary about him, a documentary sort of getting people interested in the subject, even though everything about his case is widely available and not hush hush. So but obviously that forget about that reason. No, it's definitely a conspiracy to keep him quiet. That's why he was murdered, not by someone in an opposing gang. Yeah, that's definitely another reason why. So Dr. Sebi, if you look on his Wikipedia page, it basically says related. The first thing that strikes to mind is the related article is charlatan. That's right. Just look at his Wikipedia page. It's quite disparaging. It's pretty much that this guy is not a good doctor. And I was like trying to find something that, because there's a hell of a lot of praise for him online. A hell of a lot of praise for him, saying how great it is. I went on his website and he sells a health supplement for $720, or was it $750? I don't know. Once it's over $700, who cares about the extras? About $750 for these supplements. And he believes in something called the alkaline diet, and he says you shouldn't eat broccoli because broccoli is a mutation. You shouldn't eat almonds. He believes some wacky stuff. But I was trying to find, something sort of an expose on him, like a proper one. And this is what I found. This is Rose to Reality. I don't know what Rose to Reality is. It's a WordPress thing. He says Sebi, or Sebi, how you want to pronounce it, the snake oil salesman. Now, without reading into this in full, there he is, look. What I've gathered from it is that in the 80s, when the AIDS epidemic was like in the spotlight, a hell of a lot of people were capitalizing off that fact, which happens. This does happen. And Dr. Sebi was one of those people capitalizing off the AIDS epidemic. Obviously saying, I can cure your AIDS. Are you AIDSed up? I can cure that. Now who are these people who went to court and spoke before a jury of their peers and so forth, and possibly committed purgatory, I expect, and said, yeah, he cured my AIDS. Well, I don't know who these people are, but like I said, people are fucking crazy. You think I have seen a Nigerian preacher? Actually, were they Ghanaian? Ooh, that will upset both sides. Actually, I think he was Ghanaian. Sorry, guys. But so he's there. There's a pregnant woman, and he's preaching, and she's got some sort of problem. I don't know. Or it's like blessing the baby, and he kicks a pregnant woman in the stomach, and she loves it. And this guy's a millionaire. And there's countless things. There's countless preachers and people selling all sorts of alternative ways that oppose science to help people out. You know, there were people who pay thousands, millions sometimes, to preachers and holistic healers and all kinds of people, and you know, and they'll say, "Oh, if you pay me this much money, you're guaranteed to go to heaven." That's a thing that happens, and people do this, and this happens now in this time. Okay, so the fact that in the 80s, during the AIDS epidemic, and in the 90s, that people come forward and say they were cured of their AIDS, you know, I don't know, you'd have to look at the trial. I mean, do I believe that this guy cured AIDS through an alkaline diet? Because that's what it is. That's pretty much it. It was through an alkaline diet. Like, there wasn't some sort of medicine. Only just eating the right foods, you get rid of AIDS. Huh? Okay. Well, you know, there's an easy way to prove that. If you have HIV, just do the diet. What you got to lose? Nothing. You've got HIV, and eating an alkaline diet isn't going to kill you. The AIDS will kill you, but the alkaline diet won't kill you. Just give it a try. What you got to lose? Don't hope for nothing. Just go, let's do it. Have your alkaline diet, and if the AIDS goes away, you know, tell us about it, and then we'll, we'll be fine. Because this information's been out there for many, many years, decades. So, and, you know, with the AIDS epidemic being as it is, you would have thought that people would do their research and give it a try, because there's many more wacky ways that people think, many more wacky ways people try to cure ailments and illnesses. People have been doing it for fucking centuries. These fake healers and these, these holistic medical types. And celebrities buy into this kind of shit because they're all into alternative ways of doing stuff. And because they got money to spunk on something that is just a placebo effect. But there is no placebo effect for AIDS, just to let you know. HIV and AIDS is AIDS. And I think Dr. Sebi, or Dr. Sebi, whatever you want to say, said that you say that HIV doesn't lead to AIDS. So, I think that's what he said, if I remember correctly. Well, that's... So look, I mean, who is he according to his... See, that's been mythology crossed out biography. So this person clearly isn't a fan. He's a herbalist and purveyor of pseudoscience, which he blends with paranoid conspiracy theories tinged with racial subtext. Now, before I even read this earlier today, when I first thought about Dr. Sebi and the whole I cured AIDS thing, I was like, I guarantee that he will be conspiratorial and it will be laced with racial subtext, like Umar Johnson and all these kinds of people. And I was not disappointed to find out that it is. Yes, it is. Because it always is. Look, there's always a test. Tell people to do the test, right? I've talked about this before, but this is a test you can do. Different things. So we're going to use white supremacy types and black supremacy types, if that's the best way you can label them, right? So you see like a white sort of racy, a bit racy, a bit fucking, a bit, what's the word? Not transphobic. No, I think I travel. What is it when you're not racist, but you're like against people from different countries? What the hell's that? My God, my brain has gone to shit. Well, anyway, alright. So you don't like foreigners and shit. Alright, you don't like black people, you don't like brown people, whatever. If you see them post up something on Facebook, you can trace it back. If you see a meme that's a bit mean, to non-white minorities, you can, or just non-white, why I'm saying minorities, most of the world are non-white, just the non-whites, right? And you click on the link, and it'd be like, tell Mohammed to go eat a bacon sandwich or something. And you click on the link, and I guarantee if you find the origins of the meme, the guy will be white, obviously, sort of, you know, early middle, you know, later youth, middle age. They'll live in a shit town in Britain, if they're British, or a shit town. I don't know what the American word is. In a shit town, and they will often post like banter about birds and photos with girls' tits and asses, and they will love dogs. They'll love dogs and bacon, and they'll share videos of, like, you know, breakfast challenges and stuff. Guaranteed. Now, on the other hand, if you find yourself seeing some black supremacist lunacy, or, you know, black racist sort of mean saying, you know, white, say it says white people were created in a laboratory in Guinea 2,000 years ago or something like that, whatever it is that Elijah Muhammad believed. I don't care about the accuracies of nonsense, so whatever. You know, you will find them, and if you go, they will be interested in alternative medicines, anti-vaccinations, definitely, like, you know, something like some post about how eating papaya cures syphilis. Alright, okay, yeah. They'll be very woke, and they'll definitely believe, and they'll be very anti-white and racist, saying that white people are an abomination and perverse. We are perverts, but we're beautiful perverts. So it'll be all these kind of things. So those will be their tropes, and they will be generally older black gentlemen, probably with dreadlocks, perhaps Islanders or Americans. You know, that's where they'll be, living in some sort of loopy la la place. That's probably shit, but probably not as shit as the shit town that the old white racist lives in. Okay, because it'll be somewhere tropical and nice. That's it, you know. But so instantly, when I was like, heard about this guy, I was like, I guarantee he's going to be one of these, you know, believe. Oh yeah, and you know, the old black guy will always believe in, you know, the Jewish conspiracy, the anti-Zionism, the Bilderberg Group, the Rothschilds control the central banks, blah 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 blah. It's weird how, like, you know, old black supremacists and old white supremacists both believe in the Jewish conspiracy. Isn't that interesting? Anyway, yeah, so I knew it straight away that this guy was going to be one of them, and he is, according to this. And I have looked at other stuff, and yeah, it's all the signs are there. So I call him Sebi because I refuse to preface his name with doctor, a title he hasn't earned. According to his own website, he never even completed kindergarten. I say. His website also says he has expertise in pathology and biochemistry, but despite his lack of credentials, he has convinced many people that he can almost, right, he's missed out something, almost any disease. What, he can almost any disease? What is that? Cure any disease? Does that clown sound familiar? So he says about the HIV epidemic was beginning to come to light, so, you know, he took advantage of the HIV epidemic to advertise and sell products that supposedly would cure or prevent HIV infection. And you get a lot of products claiming these things today, especially with cancer and stuff, you know. It's all a bit fucking shady. So if you look down here, so it's, you know, despite his arrest and trial, Sebi has garnered a number of celebrity clients such as Steven Seagal, you know, Lisa Left Eye Lopez, R.I.P., and Michael Jackson. Sebi claims to have cured Left Eye of herpes. Okay. He also claimed to have cured Michael Jackson of his addiction to painkillers when he sued him for failing to pay him for services rendered, which were clearly ineffective. Oh, yes. So Sebi, so this guy, I say, yeah, well, it's not what they're not telling you, right? This guy claims he cures HIV. He also claims he cured Michael Jackson of his addiction to demerol. And then he tried to sue Michael Jackson for not paying for the services, because Michael Jackson clearly wasn't cured of his addiction to demerol, because that's how he died. Okay. Use of celebrities as role models or authority figures is a technique used by many quacks and con artists to promote themselves and their products. And that is very true. Obviously, I don't know, I haven't really heard about him before until now. But yeah, I'd go with that consensus, definitely. Well, now apparently Nick Cannon's going to finish making the documentary. It's going to make you think about stuff probably shouldn't be thinking about. No disrespect to Nipsey's legacy, but I hope that isn't, the best part of his legacy. Because look, celebrities make, like I said, musicians and actors do great things. They inspire people that are thinkers, okay? But they are not the big thinkers out there, okay? They're not. Right? We need to stop, okay? They'll get sucked into this vortex, they become in this little bubble and they'll get told all this sort of stuff. And, celebrities get, they definitely get used and abused by a hell of a lot of different people, because celebrity is intoxicating. It's intoxicating, it's powerful, and people will copy what celebrities do, It's all very well and good, to copy fashion trends, like as I did in the 90s, copying fashion trends of the bands and rappers that I liked, Right? Fashion trends, fine, how many people drink Hennessy because they see Mobb Deep in the music video, or heard Hen and Alizé? How many people have drunk Alizé because they heard Tupac talk about it, when everyone knows Alizé is fucking bitch piss, okay? It's sweet and tasty, but come on, when you drunk Alizé for the first time, we were like, like a gangster, a massive gay gangster. That's no disrespect to gay gangsters. Like, some of the best gangsters were gay. Right, so, do you see what I'm saying? Some weird fashion trends and things, that's why it is kind of a bit bad when you got, artists. Oh shit, I forgot of another artist who died. How could I forget Little Peep died as well? Jesus Christ, Little Peep. He was murdered. He's another one that died of drug overdose. Shit, man. God damn it, Little Peep died. Fuck. But anyway, Little Peep's, talking about doing drugs, Xanax, and then dies from Xanax. Artists do need to realise, that's why artists aren't the most intelligent. You need to realise how influential they are, because they're seen as cool. And people know this, and people will latch onto this and use it to their own advantage to help promote product or wackery or whatever the fuck it is, Look at Scientology and how they've propped up fucking Tom Cruise as their poster boy. John Travolta was probably pissed about that because he thought it was going to be him. I did say John Travolta was a client of Sebi's earlier, but I don't think he was. I think I was thinking of Steven Seagal, just another wacky actor. Okay, apologies for that. But you see my point, they latch onto these people and they use them to push product. Or push, because celebrities have too much power. Those kind of celebrities. I'm talking about artists and stuff. I'm not talking about people who are actual intellectuals and actually are more well thought. There's no slight on any of these people, right? It's just know your limits, man. You make great stuff, but don't be coming out as like you are the all conquering mighty thinker just because you wrote some clever lyrics or something, or because you played, I was really good at Tony Blair 3 times or something. That's no disrespect to Michael Sheen. He's the only person I can think of right now. Do you know what I'm saying? We need to... my first podcast is about... Go check it out. We need to, not give celebrities too much credit. We need to stop listening to them, okay? Alright? Because people like this will exploit it. Now we've ended up with this fucking loony conspiracy theory that Nipsey Hussle was going to be killed over a documentary about a charlatan. Come on, man. Now that's not to say, look, I do believe in a lot of alternative methods there. Not everything should be cured and is cured by, stuff made by pharmaceutical companies. I have a lot of issues with pharmaceutical companies, especially GlaxoSmithKline. I don't like psychoactive drugs that they give to people. I have experience with that. That makes me very angry when thinking about it. Shit. I can remember having Impetigo, right? And they gave me some antibiotics, and then, I shit you not, a week later I developed a massive lump on the end of my dick. And I was like, apparently you can't get dick cancer, but I didn't know that. I was young. I was like, oh, what the fuck? I was freaking out. Went to the doctor and said, oh, that's probably a reaction from the antibiotics you had for your impetigo. Here's some antibiotics to get rid of that lump on your dick. Right. So what I'm saying is that experience as a youngster made me think, like, going, well, this is kind of a bit of a hustle, isn't it? I have to buy these antibiotics to get rid of this, and then you give me this on my dick, so now I've got to buy some more antibiotics to get rid of this on my dick. Like, different antibiotics. I'm like, and stuff like that will happen. And I think, you know, like when I've had back pains and I've gone to the doctor and they've gone, oh, yeah, take some ibuprofen. It's like, what are you fucking on about? Ibuprofen? Bruv, I need physiotherapy. Do you know, there's a lot of whack things about doctors. A lot of whack things. And you should be skeptical, and you should always get a second opinion. Because a lot of these people do seem to be drug peddlers, alright? A lot of these pharmaceutical companies just seem to pump out some bullshit. Because as we all know, as everyone knows, well, you should know, you know, if you buy 20p aspirin or £2 branded aspirin, it's the same fucking shit. It's just branded. It's branded, you know. We have been totally, you know, made brain dead by consumerism and branding, unfortunately. It's on the side, you know, that's why consumerism is a bit, capitalism, consumerism, ooh, very good for making money though, do you know what I mean? So, you should be skeptical, and you should see alternative shit. Look, I've had bad itchy ears for years, right? Doctors just kept giving me fucking steroid drops to put in my ears. I was like, is there not a better solution than this? Like, no, like, really, really whack about it. I got real pissed off, and then I searched online, do you know? And now I fucking put apple cider vinegar into my ears, alright? My ears smell like a salad, a nice salad, you know? And it's made it so much better. The doctors never recommended me that or gave me that, you know? There's that. There's many different things, you know? That's just one example I'm giving. But, you know, there are a lot of alternative therapies and a lot of holistic stuff is fucking bullshit, because on the one hand, look, there's pseudoscience. Just because doctors are pushing bullshit drugs sometimes doesn't mean that all holistic therapy is good either, right? Do you know what I mean? There's both. There's bullshit in a lot of them. But the fact that science doesn't support a lot of holistic stuff isn't some mass conspiracy to make big pharmaceutical companies money. Because if pharmaceutical companies don't just have to manufacture drugs, if apple cider vinegar cured cancer, let's say, then GlaxoSmithKline would clean up the fucking apple cider vinegar racket, wouldn't they? That's what you do. You go, oh really? That's the one? Okay, well, we're taking over that. And they'd stamp out all the competition. Is probably what they do, rather than suppress it by murdering people. That's not how business works, and I don't know what sort of... So I'm saying, you know, don't trust all doctors, but do trust doctors as well at the same time, but also get a second opinion. And they don't know everything, and not all drugs are best, you know, and sometimes there are alternative things that are better, alright? There are definitely things out there that aren't recommended by doctors that should be. End of story. And there's many different reasons, and blah, 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 blah. So, you know, just do your research, but do your careful research. Because there's some wacky bastards out there. If some wacky bastard comes to you and offers something an extortionate amount of money that's unproven by science, you're going to have to be very fucking skeptical about that. Like a guy selling supplements for $750. No supplements are worth that. No supplement on planet Earth is worth $750. I guarantee it. What is it, imported from Mars? Come on, man. And this is the problem with these kind of people. Yeah, I lost my father recently, and I'm going to have a broken heart for the rest of my life. That's it. Someone had come to me and said, hey, I'm a wacky Honduran, I'm 80, and have you heard about my alkaline diet? It cures every disease known to man. And, you know, when you're that desperate, and, you know, my father, it wasn't good in the end, you know, it wasn't a good way to go, man. And if someone had come to me when I'm that vulnerable, a snake oil salesman, a charlatan, or whatever you want to call him, saying, hey man, look, I can cure your father's, you know. Milking, taking advantage of my state of mind, my family's state of mind, and puts a price tag in front of me. Yeah, probably pay it, wouldn't you? You would pay it. I would have. I probably would have. Yeah, I would have paid it. And you know, I would have felt good now about paying it, because I was like, well, at least I tried. But yet, so I wouldn't be an idiot. It's kind of an idiot, but at the same time, it's like, I'll do anything. You know, I'd do anything. Fuck me, I would have done anything. But that's what they do. They take advantage of people. And that's what this guy seems to be me. And, you know, Nipsey Hussle, I don't think, was killed over this fucking documentary, because this... No. Okay. But let's say he was. Well, fuck me. What a tragedy that'll be, that someone would actually kill him because he was making a documentary about some wacky charlatan. You know what I'm saying? Some wacky nonsense peddler. There's too many nonsense peddlers out there, man. So, you know, fuck that guy. That's all I can say. And fuck everyone who's like him. You know, drug dealers are more respectable than you. At least if you smoke some crack, you'd feel something. Alkaline diet curing AIDS. Get the fuck out of here.